Latin America might be one of the safest regions during the CBDC revolution. Today I'm going to tell you what you need to know about Latin America's mindset towards central bank digital currencies. Let's take a roller coaster ride through the COVID-19 restriction landscape and dive deep into Latin America's havens of freedom. Oh yeah, and don't forget those pesky central bank digital currencies. We'll unravel why some countries say thanks but no thanks. First things first, COVID-19 hit the world like a surprise party nobody really wanted. But some countries decided to throw a slightly different party. Sweden, for instance, was the chill host that kept the snacks coming and tunes playing. They didn't go full lockdown mode, opted instead for recommendations rather than mandates. It's like they said, hey virus, alright, do your thing, but we're still gonna have a good time. And then there's Belarus. Oh boy, did they take a different route or what? Seriously, they brushed off COVID-19 like it was a harmless breeze. Carried on with life as usual, and let's say they had a unique party vibe. Dancing in the face of restrictions they were. Now let's set the stage for digital dollars. Those central bank digital currencies, they call them. Some countries like the US and some regions like Europe, they're kind of side-eyeing the whole concept. It's like they got that comfy old couch that they don't want to replace with something shiny and new. They worry about tech glitches and messing up the currency groove. At the end of the day, it's been working for centuries, so why mess with it? Alright, let's salsa our way down to Latin America. That's where the real party is going on. These countries aren't just famous for their vibrant cultures and delicious cuisines. They're also havens of freedom in their own right. Uruguay is like that easygoing friend who is cool with whatever you're into. Seriously, they've got a history of political stability. And their open-minded approach to social issues sets them apart from other countries. They legalized same-sex marriage before it was even trendy. And they're all about letting people do their thing. So when it comes to central bank digital currencies, Uruguay is likely to approach it with the same relaxed attitude. Sure, if it makes sense for us, we'll give it a shot. Paraguay, sitting pretty in the middle of South America, is all about embracing its indigenous roots. They've got that sense of community and connection that's hard to find elsewhere. Paraguayans have a deep respect for their Guarani heritage, and that's a strong part of their identity. When it comes to financial tech, they might be open to it, but only if it aligns with their values of cultural preservation and inclusivity. Argentina is a land of passion and politics. These folks have seen their fair share of challenges, but have a history of standing up for their rights. They value their individual freedoms and have a strong tradition of activism. So while they might not fully trust a central bank digital currency, they might be the first ones to raise their voice if something doesn't look or sound right. Chile is like the cool kid who's got their life together. They've got a solid economy and are all about individual rights and personal responsibility. The Chileans have a history of demanding transparency and accountability from their government. So, they won't be fooled by any digital currency shenanigans. Ecuador, with its Amazon rainforests and Galapagos Islands, is all about diversity in both culture and nature. They made nature's rights official, which shows their commitment to balance. Ecuadorians are pretty protective of their own unique heritage, and that extends to their financial systems too. They aren't likely to get into any digital currency mess. Costa Rica is the paradise of pura vida. They've ditched the army, embraced education and healthcare, and focused on enjoying life. These folks are all about their individual freedoms and living life to the fullest. When it comes to central bank digital currencies, they'd potentially consider it, but only if it adds to their simple way of life. Mexico, oh boy, these guys know how to fiesta. With a complex history, they have mastered the art of resilience. When it comes to central bank digital currencies, they would likely raise an eyebrow. Mexico's seen its fair share of government control in the past, and chances are they won't be fooled a second time. Now let's tackle a really big question. Why might these Latin countries not be as likely to control their citizens with a central bank digital currencies like other countries, say South Under or in Asia? Well, it's like comparing a wild salsa party to a tea ceremony. These Latin countries have a deep-seated respect for personal freedom and rights. They've lived through times when their governments were a little bit too much involved, and they've learned their lessons. Protests, movements, and a history of political activism has shaped the region into what it is today. Their approach to governance has changed, and it's different from what other regions are doing. So when it comes to digital currencies, these countries in Latin America are far more likely to approach them with caution. They won't just hop on the bandwagon without considering how it aligns with their personal freedom and values. If you want to make sound decisions in the 21st century, then I highly recommend you to subscribe to our email list now. All you need to do is click on the link below the video. Thank you for watching.